Welcome to the Live Explore podcast. If you like what you hear, please hit like and subscribe. Welcome everyone to the Mortgage Mayhem podcast, where in 10 minutes we give you a weekly update of what's going on in the market. I am Sean Payne. My co-host is
Isaiah Chess.
And my other co-host is
Stuart Broughton.
So let's get right into it. We're not going to, I'm sorry, the subtitle of this podcast is Rates and Rants, but we're not going to probably do, well, we'll probably do a little ranting, but not as much ranting as usual. We're going to talk about 5% down conforming loans for from 2 to 4 units.
Correct, yep.
So this is week of, we're recording this on November 16th. You'll probably hear it the week of the 20th.
Yep, cool. And so while rates will be bumping up and down, this product should be here for a while. So let's just jump into it. This is a product where someone can come in with 5% down on a multi-unit. So like, let's say someone says, hey, you know what, I want to, even like a first-time home buyer, they're like, hey, I want to go buy a duplex. Here's an opportunity where you don't have to put like 20 or 25% down. You can come in with 5% down and live in one unit and make the other one rentable.
Correct.
So why don't you dive into it? Tell us a little bit more about it.
Yeah, so Fannie Mae just released that they're allowing to do 5% down from 2 to 4 units.
On owner-occupied. It has to be.
Yeah, owner-occupied, correct.
One of the units has to be
yes. Owner-occupied, yep. FHA was doing them, but there's more restrictions, there's more costs, so forth with that. But
Right.
Fannie just released that they're doing 5% down. First-time home buyer's okay. You can do a first-time home buyer on it. And it's 5% down from 2 to 4 units. So if you think about it, you have someone that is getting into the market, they're a first-time buyer. How can they start their real estate portfolio? That would be a great way of putting 5% down and getting into a property. And how it works is you qualify on the property's rents. Either there's a tenant in there, or the appraiser will give you market rents on the property. And Fannie Mae will allow you to use 75% of those gross rents to qualify. So you have your income, you have the income from the units. There's your income to qualify for the loan. It's your debt-to-income ratio. That's how that works. So it does help to have the other units, help you qualify for the loan.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, that's a big part of it, right? So
Right.
like, here's someone like not only, the previous down payment was 15%.
15% on conforming.
So
yeah.
15 now it's gone down to 5. So
5.
not only do you have like a less of a down payment, but you can use those rents to help qualify.
To qualify, yeah.
Which is huge. That's
Yeah,
Especially the younger generations now. I mean, there's been numerous articles and surveys that the younger generations are more interested in building wealth in real estate than purchasing a home for themselves.
Right.
So what a great way for that to happen.
Right.
Yeah, no, it is. It really
you look
is.
at a fourplex in Sonoma County, and you're probably at $1 million to $1.4 million in value. So, I mean, previously you'd have to put down $150,000.
Correct.
Now it could be $50,000.
Yeah, I have some numbers here that I said to all you guys here at Live Explore. A 2-unit property, you can do a $979,000 purchase. Put 5% down. That's $49,150 for your down payment on a 2-unit.
Right.
3-unit, you could buy a place for $1,184,000. That's $60,100 down payment. For a 4-unit, you could buy a place for $1,471,000.
Right.
5% down, $74,200. That is not bad for a 4-unit at 1.4 million. To purchase, right. Before that would be kind of out of reach for some people as far as funds to close.
Right. And as you mentioned before, if you don't have the income to qualify previously for $1.4 million purchase price, say you're generating $8,000 a month in income from those units, you could qualify using up to $6,000.
75% of the gross rents, correct? Yeah,
so that's huge.
That is huge. No, it is. And from a standpoint of money down, getting into the market, we've heard a lot about families getting together and purchasing together, friends getting together. Well, you could even do this on your own with and have rental units and do it yourself. So if you think about it, a young person gets into a property, wants to start a real estate portfolio. What a great way of getting in, occupying it, building some equity, withdrawing some of that equity for their next home. There's a single family, whatever they want to do, and then they'll always have that rental property. As long as they keep it, obviously, for you can use it for retirement. Once it's paid off or whatever. There's so much potential for that. I think with this product.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think everyone here would be like, oh man, I know that you and I were talking about this the other day. Like, shoot, which we did this.
Well, I wish I'd done this in my 20s.
Right. Like it's a no-brainer.
Right.
So you should go out and
Definitely.
use this product. I think it's a great loan that way. So, I mean, the one thing is that, like, inventory is low with single-family homes. It's not like there's going to be a ton of multi-units out there, but they are out there. I mean, a lot of people are, like, looking the other way, looking for single-family homes. You're always going to have investors looking for multi-units.
Right.
But there may be, like, maybe a way to, like, expand your search that way. And here's the thing is that, like, zoning's changing, too. Like there's a big push for to get rid of single-family home zoning. So I think that, like, you'll see more construction. Again, this is going to be a couple of years down the road, but you'll start seeing more construction of multi-units. And here, again, hopefully, I would think that that's why they're making this financing available, because there's going to be more multi-units available. And so they're putting the loan products in place for that. So I think that makes sense.
I mean, the other really important thing that we didn't even touch on is, obviously, previously you mentioned that there were FHA programs, programs to do this.
Yep.
However, there are further guidelines with those. For example, peeling paint, Section 1 items on a pest inspection.
Yeah, if the appraiser calls it out.
Correct.
Or if they see the pest
right.
report.
And with this, it's a way you can get into a home that's, or not a home, but a multifamily property that might be in slightly worse shape that wouldn't be able to qualify for an FHA appraisal.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, there is a difference between the FHA appraisals and the and conforming. And you're right. If there's any kind of chipping paint, any water, standing water underneath the property, stuff like that can get flagged by an FHA approved appraiser.
It becomes more difficult.
Right, it does. It's more scrutinized, but and it's also just cheaper. The cost of FHA is 1.75% up front just to do the loan. So you do that based off of $1 million loan. That's a lot of money.
Right.
So at Fannie Mae. There will be mortgage insurance with it, but I have mortgage insurance programs that are below market because I'm a wholesale mortgage broker. I use an outfit called United Wholesale, and they have the cheapest mortgage insurance rates in the country. So I could run that, but I ran numbers based off of rates, and right now, just using a good credit score, 5% down on these units, you can get 7.375 with no points on a 30-year fix. I mean, that's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, again, like for those of you out there, you don't own real estate, and you're out looking at like single-family homes right now, $750,000 range in Sonoma County, first-time home buyer, something like that. You're probably up at new developments, looking at that right now. Let's say you're going to put 10% down on that home. $75,000 right there. You take that $75,000. I mean, again, you can use this at 5% down. You could buy a 4-unit at $1.5 million. Yeah. And put that $75,000. You're living in one unit for a few years, and then you save up more, and that property becomes more valuable. Rents go up, and God. Can you imagine? Again, like I just wish I did that in my 20s, where you have a 4-unit and then you go out and purchase a single-family home. That is such a great way. So again, it's like the entry level has been reduced so much. $75,000 for a 4-unit at $1.5 million.
One thing I did want to mention on this, so if you do this as an owner occupied, right, and normally you'd have to do this as an investment property to buy any type of units, right? So say you have a single family home, it's worth $800,000, and you're like, hey, I want to buy units, can I occupy that? Well, the underwriter's going to look at it like, are you really going to occupy that? You're going to stay in your single family home. Right. So you start out doing an owner occupied loan like this, it's pretty much you're bypassing putting 25% down for rental, for investment property, right. So that is the best way to start. It is good for first-time home buyers. This is definitely the way to go for that. So I think it's a great product. You know what I mean? So
yeah, no, it sounds like it. And the one issue is that you have to be able to find multi-units. And Isaiah, you have a database of multi-units here in Sonoma County that you regularly work with that way. So you actually know of quite a few. You have personal connections with quite a few multi-unit homeowners, and some of them are open to selling, right? Like,
yeah, I have a lot of property owners that have expressed interest in selling their property off market, and they will hold it off just because it's they don't need to, but they are totally open to selling off market. So, and
they may even like the fact that like someone's going to be living there. I mean, I could see like a lot of these are like kind of like the mom and pop investors, not always like the corporate investors, and they're like, hey, wait, here's someone's going to live in it. I can see someone liking that idea. So we got about 30 seconds before we're at our 10-minute mark, guys. Anything else you guys want to touch on this program?
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Hey, if this program interests you, reach out to Stuart Broughton. Stuart, give him your phone number real quick.
Yeah, 415-987-8184.
or reach out to Isaiah Chass of Live Explore. Isaiah, what's the best way?
Contact me via cell 707-508-6390 or comment your email, and we'll put you on a list of some off-market properties if you're interested.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Welcome to the Live Explore podcast. If you like what you hear, please hit like and subscribe.